Afternoon Year 8, it's Miss Dunn here for your ASL assembly this week on Tuesday the 9th of June. Hope you're all well and had a great weekend. It's been lovely to see so many of you online and engaged in all of your lessons this week already. It's been a fantastic start and I've been really proud of you, so keep up the good work. If you're one of those students who's struggling to maybe get online or attend all of your lessons, please try and stay motivated and let that be your focus this week. This assembly today, as well as celebrating the success of how you're getting on in the virtual school, I also want to talk to you about your independent learning. And as you can see there's lots of different words that are linked to independent learning and why that's really important at the moment. So before I talk to you about that, as I've already said, it's your final half term and we are on the countdown to how long you've got left in Year 8. So we're already down to 39 days now. That first week is already done. And we've got 6 weeks to go. So not a very long time left at all in Year 8. So we need to make sure that we are making the most of those last 6 weeks and those 39 days. And I'm going to keep reminding you, because at the moment, time, even though we are at home, I don't know about you, but I definitely feel like the days are going really quick, especially when you are online and you engage in those lessons. The days do go by really quickly. So we need to make sure we are making the most of every lesson, every day and every week, and make sure that you are staying positive and never give up. Even if you are struggling in those lessons, your teachers are there to support you along the way. If you're a little bit worried, to ask in the chat in the virtual school, you can always drop myself or Mr. Rose an email and we can try and support you as well. So, as I said at the start of my assembly, I'm going to talk to you today about independent learning. And this is something that you are all doing at the moment whilst working at home. So you have got that in-class support whilst you're in the virtual lessons, and you've got your teachers there to talk to and ask questions, and your peers in the classrooms as well, which is really important. But then I know a lot of you are really struggling to get on with those independent tasks without the teacher physically being there with you at home. So 2 things that I want you to really think about, and that's about motivation and resilience. And these is 2 things that I really learned, especially as I moved on from school and went to university, where I found that you get a lot less support and you need to be able to work independently to improve and to get things done. So motivation, I've spoke to you a lot about this in previous assemblies, and whilst you're at school you've got that extrinsic motivation from your teachers, from your peers, and then when you get home again from your parents and guardians. But at the moment you might feel like you haven't got that constant motivation all the time. So it's about you being intrinsically motivated and you thinking, why do I want to do this? Why do I need to do this? And how can I motivate myself to make sure I get things done? So I want this week for you to all focus on making sure you are motivated and you are keen and enthusiastic to get in those lessons. And when you are working independently on tasks, try and make sure you've got your attention and focus on the work. And at home, there's lots more distractions than there would be in school. So it is a little bit harder, but you've got to make sure that you switch the TV off, you move your mobile phone away so you can't get distracted, you're not online or on social media, and instead your focus is on that work. And if you devote that lesson time to the work, then I'm sure you will make a lot more progress and you'll feel really proud at the end and be motivated to come back to the next lesson. Resilience, that's a lot thinking about never giving up, and despite if you have setbacks, you've got to pick yourself up and go again. And during the lockdown, I'm sure lots of you have found things hard at times, but hopefully you've shown that resilience and had to go again and you've improved. And that's something that you need to think about when you are learning independently. You are going to make mistakes, but we all learn from those mistakes we make, and teachers from all the subjects, myself and Mr. Rose, all here to support you and to help you get back on track if you do have a knockback. Problem solving is a key skill that you will need in life as you grow up and as you go off to university and go and get a job in the big wide world. And when you're working independently, you have to solve problems on yourself. And at times this will be hard, but it's about showing that resilience and keep going. And also, that final word on there, optimism or optimistic, I want you to think about the future and feeling positive about it. So thinking about what's to come and making sure you've got that positive approach to what's ahead. You've got 6 weeks left, and in those 6 weeks, I want you all to be really positive, show that resilience, stay motivated, and try and improve those independent learning skills whilst you are at home. This half term, as I said, I'll show you this each week just to keep reminding you what our focus is and making sure you are prepared to move on to year 9. And these are the 4 simple challenges that I've set you to do. Be online, be on time. That's already been achieved by, I'd say, about 50% of you at the moment, so who are online every day and engaged in all those lessons. And then we've got about another 25% of you who are online but are not always on time. And then we've also got that other 25% of you who are struggling to do both. So whichever category you fall into, if you're in the first category where you're always on time and online, keep it up. And if you're in the other two, try and motivate yourself to get online and to attend some of those lessons this week. Second one is trying your best and making sure you can gain a minimum of 200 points a week. And on my next slide, I'll show you all the students who actually achieved that last week. But also, that's the challenge again this week. So please make sure you're working really hard to get those points in lessons. And then the other 2 are 2 ongoing challenges that you'll be doing throughout the half term. Hopefully you've started researching those option subjects and talking to those teachers, and then also revisiting that content that's already been taught to retain that knowledge that you already have. And please make sure you keep these 4 challenges at the back of your mind each day when you are logging on and you're working in the virtual school. So, absolutely fantastic. I've got a really long list of students on here. I won't read through every single name, but you can see them for yourself. If your name is on here, well done. You achieved that second challenge to make sure you are successful in the final half term of year 8, and you have all achieved 200 points or more. And that is absolutely fantastic to see so many of you on here. There was quite a few students with 180 points or 100 points, so slightly below the target that I set. So please make sure that you are pushing yourself to get more than that the points from the previous week. And there is a few students sadly who are on 0 points, which means they haven't been online. So please, if your name's on here, well done, give yourself a pat on the back. And if your name isn't on here, it is your challenge to make sure your name is on here next week. I would love to see the whole of year 8 on here achieving 200 points a week. That would really, really make me happy and proud to be overseeing year 8. And then just a quick mention to the students in the first column who are our top students for the points. So at the top there is Sam with 1,910 points. Wow, absolutely amazing. And that was the highest across the whole school. So well done to you. Followed closely by Joanne, Visalagan, Sophie, Connor F, Gakirat, Katie and Jackie, who are also in the top section there as well. But well done to all those students who are on here. Also, a shout out to 8E again. You are top of the form points, so well done with 10,270 points. That's absolutely fantastic. Please keep that up. You are top of the school and you're giving a good name for year 8, so keep it up. And then we also have 8L, 8D and 8S who make it into the top 10 as well for this week. So well done to those 4 forms for representing year 8. Time to celebrate those students of the week, so always a hard choice for me because I have so many of you I want to reward. But this student this week has really, really impressed me since we've come back after the half term, has been online and is engaging in all of her lessons and working really hard. So well done to Tegan, you are my student of the week this week. And then followed by the head of year student of the week. So Mr. Rose chose a student who he believes is really impressing him and working hard in all of her lessons. And I would totally agree with this student because I've noticed she has been working really hard as well. So well done to Alison, you are Mr. Rose's student of the week for this week. Okay, and moving on to time to celebrate those students who've got the score values this week. Always a hard choice. However, these are the students that myself and Mr. Rose have gone for. So that be prepared, that first one, those students who are online all the time, engage in those lessons, always equipped for lessons and ready to get started, is going to Shania. I've been really impressed with you in the virtual school, Shania, so keep that up. Well done. that show respect, those students who are always pleasant, always engaging in conversation in lessons and always polite to their peers and their teachers. Well done to you, James. You've really impressed myself and Mr. Rose. And then also we've got the challenge badge, and that is going to Kieran. Well done, Kieran. Been working incredibly hard in all of your lessons and it has been noticed. So well done to all 3 students. And then before we leave, we'll have a look at those students who have made myself and Mr. Rose and the Year 8 team proud online. And these are the students who have been recognised on Twitter by their teachers or they've been tweeting themselves. So the first one there is from the Languages Department, where they always award a Student of the Week. So well done to Marwa, Reese, Jaheem, Mercedes, Nathaniel and Rhiannon. You were awarded the Linguists of the Week from the Languages Department. Also, well done to Hannah, who's been working fantastic in her English lessons and tweeted some of her fantastic work. So keep up the good work, Hannah. Well done to Joanne, who's been doing lots of things in lockdown to keep herself busy. Some fantastic videos of your gymnastics work there, so well done to you. Well done to the students in geography who've been working really hard and the department are really impressed with you. Special mention there for Molly who did some fantastic work in her lesson. And then also another tweet from the geography department where they were really impressed with the engagement in a climate challenge task, and a special shout out to Harry there who managed to complete that challenge successfully. Well done to Mr. Edwards' DT classes from 8A and 8B who did some fantastic work with himself and Mrs. House. So well done there, some great exit tickets of what you already knew, what you learned and what you still need to know. And that's really, really good to see you all engaging. And then finally, some fantastic work from Josh, who completed some work in his maths lesson. And I know he won Student of the Day for that. So well done to you, Josh. It's great to see you on Twitter. And if you're not on Twitter, as I always say, please try and get an account or at least have a look online and see all the fantastic work that is going on across the school. Okay, before I leave you, please make sure you are checking into the Year 8 team on a regular basis. It's really important that you check on there. There's always notices, lots of motivation to keep you going and to make sure you stay online and stay engaged. And you will see myself, Mr. Rose, Miss Treble and also Miss Jones now, who will be on there motivating and working with you as a year group. So please make sure you are visiting that team daily to try and make sure we can see you online and we can see you engaging in the notices that we are posting. And it is good for you as well to engage with your peers in your year group. So have a fantastic week, Year 8. I'm sure you will do. You've got this afternoon's lessons to go and then obviously it's still 3 more days till the weekend. So keep working hard, stay positive and I'll see you soon.